conquered so many layers of myself. That layers of myself. Like the layers that told me when I was in here that I couldn't go and sell my work other places. Like, how am I gonna get to work? What does it even look like? And then I conquered those layers, you know? So I would look at myself now and just give thanks for committing. Yo, I'm not committed to some things. Like when I went traveling, when I went to South America, Central America, I went to those countries and just started like living. Like I went to the communities, I'm like, hey, can I help? Can I volunteer? Can I be of assistance? Met people, started creating, started just traveling, crossing borders, so I just traveled and came back to this place. So myself's gonna look at me and say, give thanks for committing to that, you know? For committing to some sort of creative source, you know? That like allowed me to spend nights all night. I remember the time where I was even walking barefoot in the market and all that stuff, like on some like, yeah, I just come back from the Amazon jungles and I was like, nah, I'm rooted, like I'm good, I don't need shoes, I don't need nothing, I'm like super free, I'm freedom man, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, I just conquered so many layers of this journey. And I would, my 19-year-old self would look at me right now and be like, I thought you were gonna look different. I look the same way I do when I was 19. That's kind of funny. Maybe I have more hair on my face here and here, but in terms of like my body shape and like what, I look the same. I was like, okay, cool. I still have teeth, like good teeth. I'm pretty hyped on that.
That's a great one.
Yeah, and I would also look at myself now, look at myself in that time, and thank myself in that time for being who I was in that time. Not just for myself, but for people around me. You know, like over the years, people coming up to you and letting you know the impact you had on them growing up when you didn't even know that. Like subconsciously, I was building something without even knowing, just like off my own intuitive expression. That's the only thing.
And you trusted yourself.
That was it, committed to it. And I trusted it to the point where I remember I had my hammock one time. I just went to Hyde Park and I would just put my hammock up in the tree and just chill there. Like I'm like, I don't have to, like it's nice outside, I don't have to go home right now, you know what I'm saying? I always wanted to test the levels. Every time I have an apartment, I would stay outside and paint all day and all night. I wonder if people thought that I didn't have a place to be. Because they thought I was only out there because I had to be, not out there because I wanted to be there. And that was a part of me building up my own personality and character, being able to be outside and meet hundreds of people every day. You know, before Instagram, before Facebook and all that, I was out here just meeting people every day, face to face, you know, and that's the real Wi-Fi right there. You know what I'm saying? Like that transcended any type of like promo, anything I could have done for people to acknowledge me, you know, in this city, because I've just been outside so long. I just saw so many spaces change up, you know, getting my first little shop in the market when I was 23, like that was like, how did I do that? And then a lot of good things for being in a position now where it's affirming. The things I'm doing now are affirming to what I had started and things that I had put out with a certain intention in that age. And now I'm like, okay, cool. Didn't even feel like 10 years, you know? When I was 22, I'd be like, yo, it's like, how long do I have to wait? Am I gonna be 27 like Basquiat? Am I gonna be at 27 Club? Am I gonna be 28, 30? What's it gonna be like? You know, I'm 29 now, and I'm like, damn, that went by so fast. But I have a lot to show for it too. You know, I got an archive of work that's gonna be, you know, prolific and omnipresent. I'm gonna be omnipotent and, how would I say, immortalized. You know, I want my lineage to, like, their only like mission on this planet is gonna be to educate themselves and to be able to go around the world and like find my work and continue to just like empower the work that I just started in places, you know. So give thanks. I'm gonna build eco-sustainable villages and communities with natural energy resources. I've cultivated many different medicinal holistic herbs. I've been studying vibrational resonance and geology, mining crystals, and, you know, putting together sculptural works and interactive installations that are gonna replenish and activate genetic memory that's dormant from being in certain like Western places that have depleted us, you know. I'm gonna just continue to unlock Akashic records with my work and have works be like the continuation of the hieroglyphics, you know. It went from chisel and stone to now brush and canvas. It's the same thing, you know.
Okay, so now why if you tell
The next 10 years,
what would you tell your younger self?
tell my younger self, in terms of like, I just tell them like,
Do you feel like
don't doubt
you need to know
yourself.
something?
Know your value. Know your worth. I gave so much work away, but I never thought of it as giving it away until now I'm in a position and somebody is like, you know, more understanding of the value of original pieces, you know? So I'm like, wow, I gave away so much of my work for the strength of it just being out there, you know? So I would tell myself, know your value and know your worth, you know? And all those times I sold those pieces just to make rent or just to like eat, I didn't really have to do that. Those pieces were gonna get what they're gonna get regardless of me having to like put myself in a position to try and sell my art. I tell myself, don't think that you have to sell this. Just do it. You know what I'm saying? Just do it. Because it's to this day, even now, that I'm in these positions where it's such an upper echelon of translation of what my art is commodified to be to a fiat currency, you know? But it transcends that like energetically and, you know, and what my work, the value that I need to know is that non-price value, you know? That's what I tell myself, is know the value that your work has for like your contribution to cultural preservation. Being able to preserve what it is going to be something that the next generation can look and see and use as an affirmation to know that we were here, we did certain things, and we still left something. You know, that's why I tell myself, know your worth and know your value, and don't think you have to give it away just to get rent or to get money and things like that. Because I remember doing that as a young artist, thinking like that was it. Like, oh, I'm living off my art because I sold this painting for rent. Like that's what living off my art was, you know? And now it's just such a different channel I'm in right now. That better understanding, you know, how recreating a currency that's allowing us to travel and to do all this thing. Like it's a currency that transcends the dollar, like what we have right now. You know what I'm saying? Our intellectual property, like all of that. Yeah. You know, and selling it in different ways is what I'm saying too. Like, you know, this right here, I feel like me even wearing paint cans outside is me selling this aesthetic. You know, is people getting a chance to see what that is and go and feel like they can do this for themselves. You know, everybody wants to grasp a piece of that. So knowing the value of that. I didn't know the value of us being who we are had so much power. And then when I went to LA, I realized I could tell someone that they have to pay me for an hour to just be in my presence to talk to me. Because I realized our thought process is something that's a commodity. There's a lot of people right now that are paying to gain knowledge, right? But if you speak to someone with a topic that is not necessarily something that they have understanding of, you are now putting yourself in a position where you have something that people want. It's such a different way to look at commodifying yourself as an artist. There's certain things I've written on my paintings that people have taken and used for such big things, but I never thought about that because I wasn't thinking about the financial transaction and the profit of this artwork and the intellectual property that's beyond this physical version of that painting. The things people have read on the things that we, you know, on the paintings that we have, things people have read, they've taken those things and sustained themselves and made their own currency off those things. We never asked for a payment for that. Do you understand what I say about that when I talk about like how like big companies are using it? Because it's so natural. It's so natural for me, so I don't feel like I'm being exploited. I just want understanding of what's happening. That's the difference. But I feel like if I didn't know what was happening, I would feel exploited. I'd be like, yo, why is everyone taking my stuff? But I know what's happening, so I don't feel exploited because I know I serve that infinitely like a waterfall. We're creators. Everything we do is gonna continue to serve that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I can show people how to do my style of paintings, because I'm like, not like you're gonna go and take that. You're just gonna do it your way, and I'm gonna do it my way. You feel me? But just like learning what that meant was a great part of the journey. Like learning that so that you didn't have that thought of like, this is mine, or I'm being taken advantage of. Because as an artist, you're never really being taken advantage of. You know what I'm saying? In terms of like,
You could choose to not show anyone your work and just work in obscurity. And no one would see it and you wouldn't have to worry about anyone taking your idea.
that's what Mark Gonzalez is doing. You know, there's certain things that once you've been to a certain level, you define yourself as what it is, and you create that. There's
But
certain-
I make
Violent. Nah. See? I don't got it. Second guessing. You can't be second guessing, hesitating.
Man, no time for second guessing, no time for professing, no need for professor, no guidance. I tell it one more time, providing the sustenance. I'll be the one to hold the non-rustic, the one that shine it clean, the cleanliness and the cleanliness. Cloudiness of the ancient steam. I tell you what it means to go and carve the chalice. He said he wanted the good but not the malice. I'm wondering if you see me in the hood but not the palace. I'm saying he wanted smoke but never seen about the lungs. I'm asking if he fill it up, just for me it's just for fun. You see that brother all up in the leather. I tell him stay like my yacht, I'm only like the feather. I try to keep the balance of the weather. I could have tell him you to be the one that set together. None of them say what I'm coming, but that's cool, cause they don't really see me. Then they probably can't see me cause I'm hovering over clouds. And I'm wondering if I say it real loud, would they turn around, try to figure it out, how they could really just get it out. Only of themselves, try to find it in themselves, try to really find it well, try to maximize their health. Looking for vitality, looking for the ital, looking for divinity. I'm looking for my liberty. I tell them one more time and just only give in to me and never dash your dignity. Could it be the one the universe sees in your head, caught the universities and your knowledge up in college, try to figure out who can call it, try to carve a different route.
Yeah.
Like the ones of the ancient stems, and try to call them all the ancient gems in my bone compositions. And I try to match my mind and my composition, open the door. I try to tell them more, try to tell them I'll be the one to never call a woman up. And you already know I'll be the one that only knocking on the door. Cause we had to tell them more, had to give it to the sisters and some more. Call our brothers for war, we be ready to.
This guy is zooming on a board. It's electric, no cord.
Ah. It's Livelihood Cafe, you know, live and direct. Coming from the Black House Studios. You already know what it is.
Yeah.
Shout out to Complex. Hear a lot more flames.
Back the fuck out.
More life from way back though. More times.
More life? Yeah, that's a crazy name though. I like it. So.
We'll get into that later.
Yeah.
I have a whole piece for your camera about that album. What's up, my brother? Yo, we have to be 72 Nation Crown.